I'm leaning farther. Okay.
Yeah.
If I press like Alt H a whole bunch, it'll wave to them down here.
Oh, yeah.
Hey, Heaven. What's going on? How are you doing? Alright, let's play.
End of the path is a cabin in the basement.
You're here to slay her. If you don't, it will be the end of the world.
We're doing pretty well. Just got home from eating dinner with my parents, so we're just gonna kind of chill for a bit. She's come to a bunch of my streams. We've talked before.
Cool.
She's really cool. She's in metal bands.
Nice. I like metal. It's good workout music.
While we're pressing tab or... we're not using a controller. Okay, we're here to slay her. We have to slay the princess.
Can we just like slay her this time, or are we gonna like debate it a whole bunch?
What did we do last time?
We debated it like forever and ever.
What did we do? Did we end up killing her?
Yeah.
We did? We killed her?
Yes.
And then she hated us. Oh yeah, and then she kept coming at us with a bunch of knives. Or we could rescue her this time.
But we're not supposed to, according to this narrator guy.
But we tried to kill her last time.
So what are we gonna do? Just save her?
Thanks, Heaven. You have a good night. I'll catch you later.
Good night.
Thanks for stopping in. Okay, so, I mean, do you want to save her this time?
Well, the worst thing that's gonna happen is we're gonna come back to this point, isn't it?
Yeah. So, but if we try to kill her, what if she just starts killing us a whole bunch again?
I don't know.
So what do you want to do?
It seems kind of... Okay. Silently continue to the cabin. There.
We'll say nothing.
You make your way up the short path to the cabin. You'll find the princess within.
We'll see, it looks pretty peaceful for now.
A warning before you go any further. She will lie, she will cheat, and she will do everything in her power to stop you from slaying her. Don't believe a word she says.
Well, remember the kind of weird world we ended up in the end? It was just me and her, or us and her, and we were just kind of hanging out talking, and she didn't seem that bad. Because I don't think we can actually kill her, because she keeps coming back. So should we try to be friends with her this time?
We're not going to go through with this, right? She's a princess. We're supposed to ignore him. He doesn't know what he's talking about. The interior of the cabin is almost entirely bare. The air is stale and musty, and the floor and walls are painted in a fine layer of dust. The only furniture of note is a plain wooden table. Perched on that table is a pristine blade. The blade is your implement. You'll need it if you want to do this right.
You can just enter the basement without the blade, too.
I don't know where my mouse is, though. It's like... It's over here. I don't know why it's not popping up.
Yeah. I can kind of see it.
Maybe I can just... Maybe we'll use a controller. Yeah, because then we can just do that at least. Alright, if we're gonna rescue her this time, do we want to take the blade?
No.
The door to the basement creaks open, revealing a staircase faintly
We haven't had
illuminated
any other
by an
voices in our
unseen
head, though,
light in
have
the
we?
room below.
Mm-hmm.
Not this time.
This is an oppressive place. The air feels heavy and damp, a hint of rot filtering from the ancient wood. If the princess really lives here, slaying her is probably doing her a favor. Her voice softly carries up the stairs.
Hello? Is someone there?
See, she seems nice.
It's hypnotizing. It's the kind of voice you only have to hear once to remember it for the rest of your life. Don't let it fool you. It's all part of the manipulation. You're playing a dangerous game by coming here unarmed.
Just checking in on you.
Just say I'm here to save you.
How many times do I have to tell you how dangerous letting her out of here would be before it finally sinks in?
Wait, really? You're here to rescue me? I was starting to think I'd be stuck down here forever. Come downstairs. I want to see the face of my rescuer.
Maybe we can be friends with her.
You walk down the stairs and lock eyes with the princess. There's a heavy chain around her wrist, binding her to the far wall of the basement. She's beautiful. How could someone like this be a threat to anyone? I am begging you to stay focused. There's a lot riding on you here.
Hi. I can't believe you're here. I've been waiting for something like this to happen forever. I hope you brought something to deal with these chains.
Don't do it. If she gets out of those chains, we're all one step closer to the end. You're only making this more difficult.
See, look at her. She seems nice.
Thank
Not scary
you.
looking.
Thank you.
You're making a huge mistake. No, you're doing the right thing.
See, we're heroes.
You walk up to the chains binding the princess to the wall and give them a tug. They're large and heavy, far too solid for you to even imagine trying to break them apart.
I'm guessing you don't have the key?
Maybe it's somewhere upstairs. Doubtful. Whoever locked the princess away down here intended for her to never see the light of day. They wouldn't have just left the key to her chains somewhere in the cabin.
Yeah. Kind of believe that. Which one do you think?
And if there isn't a key, do you have any other ideas?
Maybe there's some way to break the chains? Or if that doesn't work, I guess we can always cut me out of them.
She offers the suggestion with almost complete nonchalance. If we were stuck down here long enough, I'm sure we'd be nonchalant about cutting our way out if it meant we could finally be free. You attempt to make your way out of the basement, but the door at the top of the stairs slams shut. You hear the click of a lock sliding into place.
Well, I guess we're trapped down here.
Is someone else here? Your shouts and pleas are met with silence. I'll repeat myself once again. You're here to slay the princess, and you won't leave until the task is done.
So now we're prisoners now until we actually do it.
Okay, now we're also trapped in the basement.
You try the door, but it's locked from the outside.
I mean, it was worth a shot.
You make your way to the bottom of the stairs. This would have been so much easier if you'd just taken the blade like you were supposed to.
Don't you tell me what to do.
Easier for whom? Easier for everyone. Look at the mess you're in.
I heard the door slam. They locked you down here too, didn't they?
Yeah.
There's a slight panic rising in the princess's voice.
If I could just get out of these chains, I know we could force our way out of here together.
She barely hesitates before raising her arm to her mouth, her teeth tearing through her limb with the determination of a trapped wolf.
Ugh. That is like...
Wouldn't it have been better at least go from the other side? Like,
Ugh.
through your wrist instead of the chunkier, meatier part of your arm. Wouldn't it?
Yikes, dude.
As she
Just
rips her
yikes.
flesh from her bone, a sound comes from behind you. the clang of bouncing metal. It's the blade from upstairs. You're not sure how it made its way down here, but if there's a time to strike, it's now. Or we could use it to free her. You won't like what happens if you do that.
Oh, God.
Well, we didn't like what happened
When
we killed her
either, so... Save the princess.
Fine.
That's our only option. We're committed.
Against your better judgment,
Oh, God.
you place the blade against the ragged, self-inflicted wound on the princess's arm, just above the unyielding chain binding her to this place.
Yikes, dude.
You cut into her flesh. The blade is sharp, and it takes little effort to crack through the bone
We
of her
missed some. Didn't cut all the way through.
Yikes.
arm. Her limb falls to the ground, and the heavy chains follow suit. She didn't so much as utter a sound through the whole ordeal.
Yeah,
No,
she's probably a sociopath.
She didn't. She smiles softly as her gaze meets yours, blood from her wounded arm dripping rhythmically to the ground.
Ugh.
How is she still smiling after everything? It's like she isn't even bothered by what just happened.
Thank you. Now let's get out of here.
No, we won't have any of that. The stakes are too high. You can't just let her escape into the world. No, I can't just let her escape into the world.
What do you mean, narrator?
As the princess approaches the bottom stair, your body steps forward and raises the blade.
Wait, we're not doing this. And what's up with our bird hand?
Wait, this isn't fair. You can't just do that.
So apparently the narrator can control us.
So
Watch me.
that's a development.
What are you doing?
Warner.
Stop that.
Something's come over you, hasn't it? You know you don't have to do this, right?
Apparently, we
Your
don't have a
body
choice.
lunges forward, the blade held low, ready to sink into her heart.
Did we get her?
But the princess dodges, stumbling back against the wall before the blade has a chance to connect. Stop it. Stop trying to resist me. I'm trying to get you out of here alive.
It's freaking.
The
Resist.
blade. Move the blade. As your body remains frozen in stubborn resistance,
Dude, you'd be losing
the
so
princess
much
takes a
blood out of
cautious
her
step
freaking
forward.
We both
need a
know this
tourniquet on that.
isn't you.
She nervously reaches towards you and takes the blade from your infuriatingly rigid hands. What are you doing?
I'm sorry. I'll try to be quick.
Wait, is she gonna kill us now?
Probably.
She plunges it into your chest, tearing through flesh and sinew. It is agony. But you aren't dead yet.
Oh no, I'm so sorry.
See, she feels bad though.
Stay strong. We can tough it out until it's done. For her sake. For her sake? Don't you start pretending that dying a painful death is some sort of heroic gesture. The two of you have literally doomed everyone. Whatever. She sinks the blade into your chest again and again and again, and you feel every inch of burning pain that slices its way into
You
your
wanted
body.
to save her.
I still want to save
I'm
her.
sorry, I'm sorry, I'm sorry.
I'm sorry.
She doesn't know how to use a knife, does she? Apparently not, though it doesn't matter how sloppy her knife work is, does it? A stab wound is still a stab wound, and it won't be long before you bleed out.
I'm so sorry.
Might not be.
See, that's what I was kind of wondering.
With
like
one
this
last
part
thrust
was
of the
me,
knife,
but we
your
have
legs
that
give
one.
out beneath
There we
you.
go.
You collapse to the
So I don't
floor,
think any of
your
it
blood
was showing,
pooling around you, your limbs unresponsive.
unfortunately.
The princess stares down at your ruined chest as tears carve rivulets of pink down her blood-spattered cheeks. It can't just end like this, right?
You're getting it now, put that.
Oh, that's rich coming from you.
That actually
As
seems
much as I
fucking
prefer for things to have gone
Yeah.
differently, I can't deny the reality of what's happened.
Whoops. Wasn't
The two of you
perfect,
made
though,
your
the
choice.
first, like, 8.5
It's over.
minutes, though, I don't think.
15.
Everything goes dark,
Working now, though.
and you die.
Still no more mouse, though. I don't know why we don't have a mouse.
Okay, now we're in chapter 2.
Ah!
You're on a path in the woods, and at the end of that path is a cabin. And in the
No,
basement
we
of
just
that
have to start
cabin
over again.
is a
'cause we still have
princess.
But we're still on chapter 2, so we still move forward.
Yeah.
So I think
You're
we save her
here to
again.
slay her.
What?
I
If
say
you
we
don't,
we commit.
It will be the end of the world.
I don't know.
Because we have a bunch of chapters to do. We tried to kill her each time last time.
Yeah.
Now we should try to save her each time this time.
Maybe.
A terrible sense of deja vu. No, you don't have that. This is the first time either of us have been here.
That's a lie.
Well,
If he doesn't
that's
remember
a
what happened,
dang
then
lie.
maybe it's best to keep it that way. Yes, he didn't approve of us last time, did he? If we're going to save our beloved, we'll have to be sneaky
Ah,
about it.
beloved.
Our beloved? Yes, you'll have to be very sneaky about your intentions if you're going to try and save the princess. Ah, so all of the cards are on the table. Then you should know that we and the princess are in love, and the four of us will be foiling any and all assassination attempts
Four of
you've
us?
got in the works.
Smitten, hero, the actual hero. Oh, is there another voice in
We'll
there?
see about that. Whatever you do, just be sure to
Maybe he's
ignore
talking about the
him
narrator, too.
specifically. What can I say? A world without love is a world that isn't worth saving.
Pretty sure this whole thing just happened.
We could go back and forth on this forever, and it won't get you any closer to doing your job and saving the world. So let's just agree to disagree.
Why should I listen to you? Why should I bother doing anything?
I mean,
Those are two
Like, for
very
real,
different
though.
questions, but fine, I'll indulge you if that's what it takes to get you moving. Let's say for a moment that this really is the second time you've met me, or at least a version of me. If you're back
But
here,
it is.
I'm assuming you
Yeah, it
died,
really
which
is,
probably
though.
only happened because you didn't listen to me. You were the one who did us in, villain. Well, not you in the literal sense, but you did everything you could to stop us from rescuing her. Oh, I wonder why. Maybe it's because the entire world was at stake. No lone princess is worth that price. I beg to differ.
it's our beloved.
It's our beloved.
I'm not going to argue with you. I'm just going to take a deep breath and assume that whoever is making the decisions here has the common sense to ignore your protestations. Anyway, I believe your second question was, what's the point of doing anything? If you're asking that, it sounds to me like you're making the rather dangerous assumption that your actions last time around didn't have any consequences. What do you mean? Of course there weren't any consequences. You forced the princess to
Oh,
kill us, and now
she
everyone's
probably
right
destroyed,
back where they
like, that
started. That sounds
universe or
pretty
something.
consequence-free to me. Yes, but in this purely hypothetical scenario, that begs the question of how you got back here. Did time simply rewind itself, or were you instead transported to a different world entirely? If it's the latter, what do you think happened after you died? Do you think the people there lived happily ever after? Or do you think that the princess, left unhindered, brought about the end to everyone and everything, just like I told you she would? She would never. She's a perfect, angel that you cruelly imprisoned as part of some
As she stabs
convoluted,
us in the heart
dastardly
every
scheme.
time.
But she had to.
But she had.
Convoluted. I don't know how this premise could be any more simple. Princess bad, stop her, save everyone. That's right, you can't stop all of us.
Not all of us.
We're going to sweep her off her feet if it's the last thing anyone does. Are these really the sorts of people you'd like to align yourself with? You're not at the cabin yet. You still have plenty of time to reflect on the situation. I just hope for all our sakes that you make the right call.
Just go ahead and proceed.
A warning before you go any further. She will lie, she will cheat, and she will do everything in her power to stop you. We already told you we're not playing along with your little game. It's your lies that can't be trusted. Her beauty is the only thing in the world we can believe in.
It reminds me of like Zap Brannigan's
I
voice.
think we've already been
From
over this.
Futurama.
I'm pretty sure he just likes the sound of his own voice. I do, but I also speak from the heart. My passions are too great to be stifled. They must be expressed. Sure, yeah, your passions are strong and all, but not everyone needs to hear them. Some things are better kept quiet. Don't pay their bickering any mind. Focus on the task ahead.
We proceed.
The interior of the cabin is clean and elegant, its stone walls draped in
The
fine
whole room
threaded
knows it's all
tapestries.
stone now instead
A
of
prison befitting a
instead of, like,
royal
wood.
prisoner. The only furniture
A
of
royal
note is
prisoner.
an ornate wooden table with a pristine blade perched on its edge. The blade is your implement.
we can bring the knife again.
You'll need
but I
it if
still
you
say
want
the
to do this
saber.
right.
Yeah.
Because the
bring
place
knife
got
out.
upgraded instead of becoming like a place of spikes.
Yeah.
Should we go to the mirror? Or should we ignore it?
You could approach it this time.
We did last time.
Yeah.
And then it caused, I feel like it caused, let's just ignore it.
You take the blade from the table. It would be difficult to slay the princess and save the world without a weapon. I suppose if we're to play the role of dashing knight, we need an equally dashing sword. That way she'll know we can defend her from her enemies.
We're capable.
Hopefully it doesn't put her on edge, and hopefully it doesn't get turned on us again.
Oh yeah.
There's no use arguing over motivations right now. It's good that you took the blade. You'll need it to do your job.
See? The mirror just disappeared there at the
Yeah.
end.
The door to the basement creaks open, revealing an intricate stairwell. Gold-trimmed carpet glimmers in the light of the torches positioned along the walls. The basement almost seems welcoming in the dim firelight. But it's still a stone basement. If the princess lives here, slaying her is probably doing her a favor. A soft voice carries up the stairs.
Hello? Is someone there?
It's a little bit softer than last time.
Her voice, it's somehow even more beautiful than last time.
I can hear the
I can hear wedding
already.
bells already. I've held my tongue till now,
Probably
but you're
be
taking this a
closer.
little too far. We barely even know them. Yes, for everyone's sake, you're not in love. Just remember that her charms are all part of the manipulation. You walk down the stairs and lock eyes with the princess. There's a heavy chain around her wrist, binding her to the far wall. My love, we're here to rescue you from your unjust and foul imprisonment. You know she can't hear you, right? She may not be able to hear my words, but surely she can hear my spirit.
Surely.
Okay.
Oh, your spirit's plenty
Okay,
loud,
guy.
all right.
It's you, my dashing hero. I was so worried you wouldn't come back.
She remembers.
Did you hear that? She said we're dashing.
She said we're dashing, though.
And she called us a hero. Flattery really goes a long way with the two of you, doesn't it? Waiting for you to come back. I didn't want to believe your ravings back in the woods, but this is next to incontrovertible evidence. You've been here before.
See,
That's right,
Really
villain.
realizing.
And you
We
killed
told you.
us. Well, she killed us.
but because of him.
Mm-hmm.
Only because he made us try and kill her. It was self-defense. Our beloved's hands remain unstained by cruelty. And you've
That's the first
died
time
before.
around.
So an entire world has been damned to oblivion. I'd really hoped I'd be the first, but what's done is done. What matters is you have a chance to do it right this time. Now, hold on. If she actually ended a world, are you sure we want to do this? Are you sure we want to rescue her? We never saw a world end, and now I'm even more certain that we must chase our heroic and romantic destiny than I've ever been. I shan't let anyone convince us otherwise.
I shan't.
Are you listening to him? He's lost it. Don't let him distract you. Just do your job.
I like him. And it hurt
A lot. Yeah, that was gross. Don't want to cut her out. Ugh.
I don't know. Was I supposed to have ended the
What
world?
did you choose?
Would that have made you happy?
I asked. I was like, I have to ask. Did you end the world after we cut you out of there last time?
Would that have made you happy?
Isn't that just like our darling princess? She wants to make us happy. My heart melts further with every word that passes through her beautiful lips. Are you listening to her? That's a confession.
She didn't confess.
Yeah.
Honestly, the world sucks. People are a plague, and I hope you brought a slow and painful ruin to them all.
Remain silent.
Is that what you want to do?
No,
What do you want to do?
that one's kind of funny.
You want to do this one? Agree with them?
I can't believe that the fate of the entire world has been left in the hands of a misanthrope.
I'm an emo kid at heart.
Lucky for you, I did destroy the world.
I did
I destroyed all of
oh.
it and made it awful for everyone.
Well,
I'd point out that she just admitted to obliterating the entire world, but I guess that wouldn't actually move you. Oh, it moves me. Whatever we do next, we should do our best to not let her out.
Yeah.
But have you seen her angelic face? She should get a pass.
She just wanted to make us
wanted
happy.
to make us happy
she knew we hated the world.
by destroying the world. Apparently, yes.
Apparently. Love does make you blind.
Indubitably.
I apologize about what happened last time. Ooh. Ooh. Do we rescue her again and see what the rescuing path brings us?
Why?
I don't know. I want to see what it brings us.
Nothing. Probably.
Well, we did the
Fiery
killing. We did the
death.
killing path, and she turned into a bunch of knives.
Mm.
So what if we do the loving path, and she turns into a bunch of love? Hmm.
I don't know.
Rescue her? What are you talking
I'm gonna
about? Did
rescue
you
her.
forget that she's a world-ending
I say we tried to be
monstrosity?
really mean last time,
And even
so we
if
do
you
the
wanted
exact
to
opposite
unleash
this
her onto
time.
the world,
And then
despite
the next time we'll do
moral
like a mix.
disaster that would be,
So that sound
you'd
good?
have to get her out of those chains. Good luck with that.
Does that sound good?
Don't you see
I
how
don't know
dainty
what
her
can I
hands
get
are?
us.
We'll be able to slip her out.
The
of
end of the
these.
entire universe.
No, she's a prisoner here. You can't just slip her hand through the chains. If her hand could just slip out of the chains, why hasn't she done it already? Because we've yet to present her with her freedom. I'm not sure I follow. Would you rather believe me, a passionate heart guided by love and my own good nature, or would you rather believe the devil on your shoulder who tells you what you can and cannot do?
Yeah, guided by love.
I think I'd rather believe in facts.
I mean,
So you're one of those empiricists. One of us has to be. Then let me show you a brand new truth. Narrator, we courageously step forward and free our beloved from her bindings. No, I can't let you do that. If you take another step towards the princess, You'll what? Take over our body and force us to try and kill her? Yes. Not on my watch, villain. My passions contain titanic depths, and if you try anything that might harm our dearest, I will end our life without a second thought. You wouldn't. I would. I'd listen to him if I were you. He has a lot of strong feelings, and doesn't the world end if we don't stop her? You approach the princess and gingerly slide her hand from her bindings.
bird arms. We're definitely a bird person.
Shouldn't have worked. I'll be damned. We're doomed. I can't believe it, but I guess I have to. I told you, there's no life more worth living than that of a true believer.
I'm free, and you're not trying to kill me this time. Thank you. Thank you so much.
The princess jumps up and smothers you in a joyful embrace. Ugh.
See, she's so sweet looking.
Are you sure you want to do this? Just one slip of the wrist and your pristine blade is buried in her back, and everyone out there is saved. Is that a threat? You know what we'll do if you try it. You're going to regret this.
What do we do now?
We leave and then have our whole lives to figure out what we want to do next.
That sounds perfect.
As the princess takes your hand in hers, you let your blade tumble uselessly to the floor, and with it tumbles the last hope for the entire world.
Well, maybe we convince her to be good and she does it in the world.
We have each other. We don't need the world for our happy ending. I like to think that you do, actually. Look, I have my doubts,
Probably
but the
we do.
choice has been made and this is happening. You don't have to mope about it. I will mope about it, because moping is the only recourse you love-blind fools have left me with.
I will mope.
I will mope.
You and the princess walk up the stairs hand in hand. Ugh, look at the way she's smiling at you. She doesn't have to be so happy about this. And what happens after we walk up the stairs? Let's see. Oh, isn't that interesting? The door slams in your face and the lock clicks. That's a familiar move. Did I do that last time? Then you should know that you won't be able to leave.
Oh no! Did someone lock us in here? That's not fair. We're supposed to leave now.
Yeah.
Yeah, not fair.
She's right. It isn't fair. But the unfairnesses of the world are no match for the strength of true love.
True love.
Enough with this true love nonsense. You just met her. Of course you wouldn't understand. Our passions run deeper than anything you have ever known. Are you listening to this? You don't have to go along with the every whim of that delusional voice. I'm just along for the ride at this point.
I'm just along for the ride.
Okay. Yeah, let's do it.
We can open it. We can do anything together.
Like a pair of teenagers in love, you and the princess place your hands on the door. together. Blech. And the lock clicks and the door creaks open. Are you kidding me?
Are you kidding me?
I told you our love was insurmountable. You and the princess make your way upstairs. Her freedom and the world's ruin are just a few moments away. If you don't mind, I'm going to fix myself a drink before you ruin everything. If I'm about to see the end of the world, I'd rather not
I
see it
wonder what
sober.
the narrator's drink of choice is.
Right?
That's the way out.
He sounds like a
We're
gin
going to
and
leave
tonic
together,
kind of guy.
just like
He
you
does.
wanted.
Yes, I suppose you are going to do that, aren't you? You cross the room, opening the door to the cabin, and then you step outside. A happy ending at last.
We're free!
We're free.
We
We're
did it.
free.
What should we do now?
Where did everything go?
Yeah, why is he getting all black?
Where did he go? Oh, is he gone? I hadn't noticed. I was too busy staring deep into our beloved's eyes.
I'm cold. Is being happy supposed to be so cold?
She's cold. Quick, our feathers. Pluck them all and weave her a coat worthy of a princess.
Hand sticker again. See, we had to go through a bunch last time to get to that point. But you don't get the chance to make that jacket, nor will you ever. It's time for you to leave.
She's
Memory
gone.
returns.
Where did she go? Should we try and find her? And is that a mirror? Why is it here? Why now?
We ignored it last time.
But it feels so bad. Like looking into it right now is going to be the end of everything. Yes, I fear that we won't like what we'll see. What if we just sit here and preen for a while? That can't hurt, right? Okay. If you say so, we'll trust you. She'll be there waiting for us. I just know it.
We have like wings or something.
Mm-hmm.
And we've grown.
You've grown.
You're at the cabin.
Flickering lights and empty cityscapes become pockets of vitality and movement. I am more than I was before. Whenever you are ready, I will wipe your slate clean once again. Is a child the same as an infant? I am an unbroken pattern, but every vessel gives fresh perspectives and carves new avenues of expression. I am different, but I am the same.
What does it feel like to change like this?
Eyes close in reflection. Perspectives meld together, and the breadth of my experience stretches to new corners. There are contradictions, conflicts in my nature, and there are familiarities that bind everything together. It feels correct. This is what I need to be. This is the only path forward. I'm sorry. Words are difficult.
Quit speaking
for
in
me.
riddles.
They never fully weave what I wish to say. If you do not like my answers, then you need not ask me questions.
Yeah, true that.
The vessels you choose to bring me carry far more meaning than anything words could say in the spaces between.
That's why.
I think.
Yeah, do you have any thoughts? Ooh, what do you want me to bring you next time?
Gifts aren't what someone tells you to bring them. My joy is in seeing what you choose. There are no wrong answers, and every
So each time
perspective
we finish the
illuminates my
chapter, she'll
shadows
take
and
a
shares
body.
new secrets.
Well, this is all done. Do you know what you want to do?
With every gift you bring me, I excavate the alleys of what I am meant to be, and every exploration yields new and complicated truths. What I will be is different than what I am, and what I am is different from what I was. I cannot tell you what desires I will hold when I have changed. But in this moment, all I want is to know myself and to know you.
How many more
If
vessels?
I am to be an ocean, you have nurtured me into a pond. My waters are shallow and murky, and I yearn for more perspective.
So we need to keep going. Need to bring her some
You
more
will
vessels.
have your rest in due time, and I am sorry for the burdens I place on you. I will long for your return, but it will give me time to reflect on what I am. We will meet again.
Back at the beginning.
Dang it. Dang it.
You're
Are
on
you
a
done for now?
path in the woods,
Yeah,
and
you
at the
go
end of that
again.
path is a cabin. And in the basement of that cabin,
We can save.
Yeah. Try not to go a month. Play it again sooner.
Was that what it said that
Yeah.
was? A month.
Yeah.
Bye.
Bye.